Good evening, Copenhagen, Denmark. Welcome back to our WCC 2017 cocktail competition. It's good to have you back here, first of all. And also, welcome world. We are streaming live all over the world right now, and it's been a very, very successful day so far. We had fabulous flair competition, which lasted like maybe 8 hours or something. And we figured out who are going to present their countries in a final tomorrow afternoon. And these countries are as follows in no particular order. It's Armenia, it's Croatia, it's Latvia, it's Taiwan, it's Finland, and it's UK. So these are top 6 countries that will compete tomorrow in the Flair final. Tonight, so what we have for you is 2 classic cocktail categories. And we would like to start here with before dinner category. On my right, station 1, station 2. On my left, station 3, station 4. We will have 4 contestants at the time. They have 7 minutes to make their creational cocktail. And also they have 1 minute to present themselves, to present their country, to present their drink. So that is the drill what we are doing right now so far. And I see first 2 competitors here. Number 1 and number 2 from before dinner category. And number 3 and number 4 for before dinner category. As soon as they are ready and stations will be set up, we will go live again.
All right, thank you, Anses. All right, just to quickly recap what Anses said, we actually have our finalists for the Flair bartenders. This is the 6 best Flair bartenders we've seen today, judged not only on their abilities to throw bottles and tins around the year, but also a huge amount of points, 33%, on the cocktail.
And we're gonna see them tomorrow. If you follow us on the live stream, you can catch them and see the show once again.
Exactly, you'll be able to catch them catching bottles once more.
Exactly, what a wordplay.
Just to quickly recap, we got Armenia, that was our Harry Potter. Got Mika from Finland, also great guy, which we expected a lot from. Latvia, also one of the guys we thought of would. Then we have a pirate from Taiwan. Wasn't he the pirate? Quite sure it was. That was
it was, but that was also a really great, it's a completed theme.
Great completed Flair show all around.
And a good interaction, both with the music and with the crowd. And then it's a really big deal in Flair bartending.
Yeah, then we have what I probably thought was the nail biter. We have Croatia. Great Flair show. Croatia, to be honest, I expected Hungary. I also think he did an amazing show.
Maybe, but that's also why we can commentate the Flair parts. There's only the 66%. The cocktail is still 33%, and we can't taste it here in the studio. So
no,
but lots can happen. And of course, there's lots of things also in the flaring as well. If for those who don't know and first time on this live stream, then it's entertainment. And of course the interaction with the music and with the crowd. Then it's the general flow on how you're making your flair work. And of course the overall difficulty of what you are doing. And that is 66%. And the 33 is on the cocktail in itself. And that's quite a lot in a competition like this.
And
on a flair competition.
Just to make sure we don't leave anyone out, our final competitor in Flair is Siggy from the United Kingdom.
Oh, that was the last.
Great bartender as well.
Really great bartenders.
But now we're moving on slowly towards, well not slowly, but steadily towards the classic competition. We have our 4 competitors setting up on stage as we speak. They have 5 minutes to prepare their stations on stage. Making sure they have everything, that they don't miss any liquors, alcohol, juices,
shakers, equipment,
shakers and equipment. This time they can also use to check their glassware for chips or damage, or general just make sure everything is neat and nice. Again, what we will judge them on, but what the IBA judging panel will be looking at here is their technique, their neatness. And they have, you see, there's currently 9 or 10 people on stage, which is our 4 competitors. Each of those persons have been assigned a judge personally that will just make sure that they follow their recipe and look at their technique. Are they working in a hygienic fashion? Are they working correct according to the IBA standards? And this is something that we've been talking about a little bit during flair.
Especially cooling down the glasses.
Exactly. Do they cool down their glasses? Do they cool down their shaker? Do they strain excess water from the glasses?
And as you probably will tell in this competition, is that Anders is really into this cocktail-wise because he's competed it in for himself in
Yes. 2013. It was a wonderful yet horrible experience. It was great fun and I learned a lot, but I was not ready for a competition like this when I was the Danish candidate, unfortunately.
Of course, there's a lot of pressure as well.
There's a
Tension
huge
and
amount
yeah.
of pressure. I was nervous and didn't sleep for a week up to my doctor gave me a heart medicine to slow my heart rate so I could fall asleep prior to the competition. It was a crazy amount of pressure. But what these guys now are doing, slowly talking to the judges, making sure that everything is ready. Even some of the judges will probably have a look at their bottles. Is what the bottle says. If you're using vodka, is it actually vodka in the bottle or have you infused it prior?
There's also why before you come to the competition and before you go on stage, there is judges as well checking for unopened bottles, so you can prep it beforehand. So we know it's the recipe get followed from one to the end.
Yes, and even prior to going on stage, each competitor have had 15 minutes to prepare their garnishes. This is the same amount of time you get in flair, I think.
Yeah,
but
it is.
in classic, because there are so few things you can screw on to make your drink perfect, the garnish is a really, really huge part of it.
But I hear that they are ready on the stage, so let's give it back to the cocktail guys.
Right, so what we have to do here, we have to do a personal presentations, which is, guys, 1 minute sharp. If you are going over the minute, I will remove the microphone. Yeah. One by one, and then we will start your time. So, good to have you here. So, microphone's yours. 1 minute.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Leo from Macau. Sorry. Today I come here to present before dinner cocktail. The name is Fortune Teller. In our culture, okay, everybody would like to know more about their future and their healthy, their love from a fortune teller, and he or she will using their magic power to let you know what will gonna happen in your life. So, may I have this chance to be as your fortune teller today to let you taste the 5 elements of your life. So, which is sweet, sour, spicy, salty, and sour. Right. So, the 5 different tastes having their meaningful. Yeah, which is sweet is mean happiness, everybody love it. Okay, so sour is something like starting to go wrong and you feel nervous. And the thing is bitters. The bitter is mean the thing is already go wrong and you feel bad. Sorry about that. Then which is go salty. Okay.
Run out of time, sorry. At least I hope you delivered the main message, right? Hopefully. Hello, my friend. Ansis, what's your name?
Stian. All right. Hey, my name is Stian. I will be representing Norway. Have the whole crowd there with me. I will be making the golden potato. And that comes from us being the potato people. And we love our aquavit made from potatoes. And I'm gonna enhance those flavors and make a good before dinner cocktail. So let's have fun.
Save some time. Wonderful. All right, next up here, station number 2. Good evening, sir. Good to have you here.
Hello, guys. Good evening, Copenhagen. My name is Rogério. I come from Brazil. I'm not a football player, sorry. I'm a very proud bartender, a member of ABB, Brazilian Bartender Association. Tonight, I will be happy to serve you Guaracá. Guaracá, my creation, that won the Brazilian Championship 2017. a delicious classical beef for dinner. Created if the Kuiper, my sponsor, and the other excellent products. And Aquavit, the Kuiper Triple Sec, and the Kuiper Classic Bitter, and Juniper Bitter, and the Ka Juice. Ka Juice, one moment please. Ka Juice is a roll 3, okay? For the Guarani, okay.
Sorry. Time's up. Hello, my friend. Good to have you here.
I don't sleep, but ladies and gentlemen, good night. I'm Sandro Capisarda. I come from to Italy. I work, I work and live in Sicily, Catania. I staying here is wow, and also double wow or triple wow. I release my dreams. And I made one drink, special drink for me. And if I can, I want to write my poetry for explain my drink. On the rose velvet, on the skin scented like mint, watermelons and smoking agavit. On the flame red lips, your taste trap me. On the curves of temptation body, I smell strawberry, wines and tangerine, on voluptuous fogs and fancy dreams, piercings and glasses and shaker fill goblets. I drink, lust, and I touch you. I'm here in a chain, a tournament, longing to kiss you. I'm waiting, drink me, quench yourself.
Hey, went a little bit over, that's okay, that's forgivable. So with that being said, we have 4 wonderful competitors here to kick off our before dinner cocktail competition here in Copenhagen, Denmark for WCC 2017. Guys, you have 7 minutes. I will remind you when you'll be halfway, and then I will tell you when there's 1 minute remaining, half minute, and then from 10 I will count you down just to let you know, make your life easier. Yeah, you got plenty of time, no stress, lots of energy, lots of focus. You ready? Fantastic. So your 7 minutes will start in 3, 2, 1, shake off.
All right, into the first heat of classic before dinner cocktail competition. Italy, Brazil, Macau and Norway on stage. Already we see here Italy, Santo icing up his glasses, nice. Our young Rodrigo, he's checking his glassware before icing them up. This is a good point. If you don't check your glassware, that's a deduction in points. Norway, I assume he's checked it, also icing. We will see this approach throughout the evening. We will probably not see the huge spectrum of different techniques here, because these bartenders have been practicing for half a year for just doing this cocktail as neatly as possible.
But there's still different ways to make this cocktail and different ways to use your equipment, so we're probably gonna see loads of techniques, but something will just arise again. One thing is the cool down of the glasses. There is a standard thing that you have to do.
Yes. Also, we just saw Santo from Italy do. He presented his bottle to the crowd prior to pouring. This is a movie, you see it here again. This is because you have to present it actually to the crowd and to your judge, so everybody can see what is it you're pouring and how much. So we see how our good friend Rodrigo, again, presented his bottle, then he pours into his jigger before putting in his mixing glass.
It's a bit a different jigger actually.
Yeah, we're seeing 2 different kinds of mixing techniques here on stage in this heat. We're seeing 2 guys shaking and 2 guys stirring.
And the difference between shaking and stirring is that when you shake, you put it in a shaker and fill it up with ice, and then you mix everything together like a classical Tom Cruise, actually.
Through shaking, as it says.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Pick up the tin and you shake it.
Really hard.
That's what you do.
The difference from stirring is that you fill it in a glass and you put your ice in, and then you just just stir it around you.
What you do when you stir the ice? Well, you stir it, and that is because you have a much higher amount of
but
control.
a different word of stir.
Stir. Take a spoon and run it around the glass.
Exactly. For those of you who wasn't out.
Yes. What you and why you do this is because it gives you much more control about the amount of water, of the dilution added to the cocktail. Most classic cocktails will be 20 to 25% water from the dilution, either through the shaking or through mixing. But you will have a greater control if you're a good stirrer. You'll have a greater control over the amount of water added from a mixing glass. But the shake is just faster, which is something that you will probably need in these competitions.
And especially when you have to deliver 5 identical cocktails in the end.
Indeed. What strikes me is one of the peculiar bits about our young guy from Brazil here. He is using Helsingfors Fiskehams Aquavit. This is not a product I think is readily available in Brazil.
Not
a nice IPA presentation here from Italy, from Santo. Santo actually also throwing us a curveball with the ingredients. He's using mandarin juice as a citrus ingredient, which is allowed, it's perfectly fine. But in a pre-dinner or before dinner cocktail, you have to limit the amount of sweetness you do to 1 cl. That is not a lot of sugar. One of the things that he has done, which is really, really smart if his balance is a bit off, instead of going with lemon or lime, the classic heavy citrus.
And now we see Stian stir his cocktail.
This is also a thing you will notice. Shaking and stirring generates an applause. People love it. But using mandarin juice, that is something that's it's still a citrus, but it's so much more supple and so much more sweet, still being a sour ingredient.
But
so
not too much.
Not too
if
sweet.
You're using lemon
and
or
it's not against the rules.
Lime.
But he is throwing a curveball there, and it's really, really smart. I'm expecting something from him. We have a fortune teller here from Macau, Leo Lang.
And the golden potato. And last but not least, station 4 from Macau, Mr. Leo Lang and his fortune teller.
Leo Lang here is using a Cat's Dry Gin, Monin Tangerine, the Bitter Truth Orange Bitters, and some fresh ginger with just a pinch of sea salt.
So actually, like he said, he's using all these ingredients that represent the sweet, sour, bitter, and salty.
Yes.
So
tasting the elements of life, as he would call it. It's a great ideology in a cocktail. What you strive for in cocktail making is often to get these childhood memories or other great feelings that a person have had, bring those to life when you just smell the cocktail.
The golden potato.
And the golden potato.
It's a perfect example.
Apparently Norway is famous for potatoes. This I learned today. He's also using Helsingfors Fiskehams Aquavit.
There's a lot of aquavit in this round.
3 out of our 4 competitors are actually using this as their main base spirit. Then he's adding some triple sec, some bitter truth, and Orgentoschen 12 years old. You see her nice,
from Macau
nice
and
color.
fortune teller.
Really great color. And we actually see Leo Lang being done already with 1 minute remaining. And his cocktail is being checked by the IBA official judge.
1 minute remaining.
He's been asked to make sure if you want to change the levels. And he is done. Great time. Our last competitors are preparing. We see here a garnish.
Looking beautiful.
Still, we saw beautiful garnish in the flair rounds. But I expect these classic competitors to really pick up their game. We have a classic IBA presentation from Italy. Beautiful stuff. We're just waiting for the last 2. We meet
30 seconds,
little
3-0.
the golden potato and the Guaraca. Brazil and Norway still in the running with 22 seconds left. Oh, Brazil is still stirring. That is not good.
15 seconds.
Again, you have no ability to throw bottles around and get extra
10.
points here. So deduction in
you
points
can. That's 10 seconds.
that hits you
5
so
seconds
hard.
and he don't
5
got
seconds.
Garnish
3.
yet.
Norway
2,
is still working
1.
as well,
Time's
finishing
up.
his last. And Brazil is still missing his garnish. Norway
Station 3.
Norway just
Norway,
finished up,
Stian Vehus.
and we are waiting for Brazil
And
to
the
finish
golden
up with the
potato.
garnish.